Hello everyone, MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a performance and a tutorial for this really fun no setup card trick that is definitely going to impress all of your spectators. But before we get into it, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe with those notifications on for more card trick videos like this. And I also want to let you guys know that the smart wallet company Exter is having a big Black Friday sale on their website with up to 40% off all of their products. And I do use one of Exter's products here as my everyday wallet. They have a bunch of stylish wallets just like this on their website, so make sure you guys take advantage of this big sale by checking out the link in the description to Exter's website. But anyway, let's get right into the performance. All right, so I would start off this trick with my spectator giving the deck a shuffle. Once they are done, I would ask for the cards back and have them make a selection. They can call stop anywhere as I dribble off cards. Let's say they call stop right here. In this case, their selection is going to be the 10 of diamonds. Now, we're going to begin by getting this card lost somewhere into the middle of the deck. I'll give the cards a few cuts here. I'll also give the pack some overhand shuffles, and just for good measure, to really lose the 10 of diamonds into the deck, I'll give the cards a quick riffle shuffle. Now, at this point, I would have my spectator take a guess as to where they think their card is in the deck. So I'm just going to take off cards one at a time like this, and my spectator can call stop anywhere. So let's say they call stop right here. I'll tell them, okay, we're going to take a look at this card right where they called stop to see if it is in fact their selection. Ooh, in this case, we have the 8 of clubs. That's not quite our spectator's card, but we're going to try something here with this 8 of clubs. We have the 8. I'm just going to place it down right there on the table, and I would have my spectator insert this 8 of clubs right where they think their card is in the deck. So let's say they think their card's right here about, and now instead of actually spreading to this 8 of clubs, I'm just going to turn it horizontally, and all I have to do is flick down on the card like that, and you will notice the card magically changes right here into the spectator selection, the 10 of diamonds. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you want to learn how to perform it, make sure you watch the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really awesome no setup card trick that I definitely think you should add to your routine. So grab your deck of cards and let's get straight into the tutorial. You're going to start off by having your spectator giving the deck a shuffle. Once they're done, you're going to ask for the cards back and have them make a selection. Now, they do have a completely free choice of a card, and you are going to need to control their card to the top of the deck. I will show you guys what I did in the performance to get the spectator's card to the top after they choose it. So if you're doing it this way, you're going to want to have your spectator call stop anywhere as you dribble off cards from the deck into your hand here. Let's say the spectator calls stop right here. You're going to turn over the card. You can both take a look at it. In this case, we have the ace of diamonds. Now you're going to turn the card over and you're going to start dribbling the cards in your other hand on top of their selection, but you're going to want to start from the bottom of their card. So it's going to look something like this. You're going to start dribbling from the bottom and go up. You're going to push up on all of these cards with your other hand here, and you're going to get a thumb break separating the deck from where their selection is. Then you're going to come over with the other hand, transfer it to a pinky break, and you're simply going to cut all of these cards from the break onto the table. So it's going to look something like this. You place this last packet on and you've got their card right to the top of the deck. So that's one way you can do it. That's a little bit more advanced, but if you are a beginner, you can have your spectator take out a card, and if you do it this way, you can just have them look at it. You place the card in, push down with your thumb, and get a break, and then you can perform a double undercut to get their card right to the top of the deck. I'll leave a link on the screen right now to me giving some tutorials on card controls if you guys want to watch that. But regardless, with their selection on top, you're going to want to keep it there so you can do some false shuffles to maintain their selection on top of the deck. I will show you guys what I did in the performance with the overhand shuffle. So you're going to be applying pressure with your 4 fingers on their card like this, and then you're going to lift up the cards. Their selection will stay on the top, and then you're just going to shuffle these random cards directly on top, and their selection remains right there on top of the deck. That's a really convincing way to do it, that you're losing their selection in the middle, but in reality, you have control of it. You can also do a riffle shuffle, maintaining their selection right there. At this point, you're going to tell your spectator that they are going to take a guess as to where their card is in the deck. And what you're going to do here is slide off cards one at a time from the deck into your other hand. The first card you slide off is going to be their selection, and then all the other cards are going to go directly on top of it, just like this. and your spectator can call stop anywhere as you do this. So let's say they call stop right here. You're going to tell them, okay, we're going to take a look at this card to see if you guessed where your selection is. Now, as you're saying that, you're going to need to bring the other pile of cards right to the bottom of the deck, just like this. And what you've done there is got their selection to the very bottom of the deck, which is what you need for this trick to work. So at this point, as you're talking to your spectator and telling them you're going to take a look at this card, you're going to pull down on the bottommost card, which is their selection, with your pinky. You're going to come over with the other hand and get a thumb break now below their selection. That's all going to be happening very quick. Reference how I did it in the performance there. Once you've done that, you're going to swing cut about half the deck into your other hand to take a look at the card where your spectator called stop. You're going to turn it over here like this. In this case, you tell them, okay, you stop at the 8 of clubs. If you did not take a look at the card along with them at the start, you're going to ask them, is this your selection? They will say no. Or if you both took a look at it, you're going to say, okay, the 8 of clubs, that's not your card. We're going to turn it over. And here's the most important move in the trick. So you're going to turn the card over with the help of the other packet like that. And then you have this thumb break below their selection. You're going to come over with your other hand, push up on that random card there, the 8 of clubs, until you have got their selection lined up directly on top of it, something like this. So I've taught this move before on my channel. You know, it's a pretty common move out there. If you're not familiar with it, it may take a little bit of practice at first, but once again, you've got your break, you're pushing up. You're going to be able to feel when their selection is lined up directly on top of it. Now, you do not want to flash this to your spectator. So as you're doing it, you're going to be performing a wrist kill. So you're pushing up on the 8 of clubs there. We've got their selection lined up, and you're going to be turning your wrist over, and you can use the cover of the deck as well, like that. Make sure it's quick. You know, watch how I did in the performance. That's how it should look. Your spectator's really just going to think, okay, you're out jogging this card. You're going to push it in like that. And then you're going to tell them, okay, we're going to place that 8 of clubs right there on the table. You slide off the top card. They think it's the 8 of clubs, but in reality, it is their selection. So guys, that is the move. You know, that's how I broke it down there. Definitely practice it if you're unfamiliar with it. And then all you have to do is just, you know, square up the deck here. It doesn't matter where that 8 of clubs really goes. They think it's on the table. You're going to tell them, okay, we're going to take the 8 of clubs. You're going to hand it to them. Make sure you keep it face down. Do not turn it over. It's very important that you do not accidentally reveal this card as their selection. You're going to hand it to them, keep it face down, tell them, okay, just go ahead and place the 8 of clubs in the deck where you think your card is. Let's say they place it in right here. You can just riffle down, allow them to place it in, and you're going to tell your spectator, instead of spreading to the card and then taking a look at the card that's directly above it or below it, you're not even going to do that. You're just going to mention, okay, I'm not going to spread to the card. I'm actually just going to turn it horizontally like this. And you can do this final move if you want to. It's not mandatory, but I think it looks really good and it just adds to the overall end effect. So once they place the card in, once again, they think this is the random card, but in reality it's their selection. You're turning it horizontally like so. So it's sticking out of the deck like this. And then you're going to come over with the other hand and you're just going to flick down on the card. Hold the deck like 4 or 5 inches or so from the table. And you're going to flick down on the card like that. And it will instantly turn over and be face up on the table. It looks really visual and just super powerful to your spectator. If you don't want to do that or you're not comfortable with doing that move, you can simply tell them, okay, I'm going to snap my fingers over that random card. You have them pull it out and they will see it magically changed. Either way, you guys can play around with how you do the reveal, but I like to do it this way. You're holding this above, 5 or 6 inches or so from the table, flicking down, and sometimes that may happen where it doesn't quite be face up. So just practice it a couple times. You'll be good to go. That's going to do it for the tutorial. I hope this trick made sense. I definitely recommend you perform it on your friends and family. It will get some great reactions. That's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.